Hey B, this is Justin over at Rusty Wallace Honda. I'm the internet sales manager that gets your online request. What I'm going to be doing is a walk-around video on the 2008 Honda CRV LX. This right here is the '08 CRV LX, totally redesigned vehicle. It's great from the previous models. I'm going to show you why. This is kind of the entry-level CRV, but it's going to come with more standard equipment than most of the older vehicles were when they were loaded up. What I'm going to do is walk you around to the back of the vehicle. I'm going to show you the back seat on the vehicle. Vehicles get keyless entry, and if you bear with me for a second, I'm just going to start it because it's almost 100 degrees out here in this Texas heat. Well, first thing I'm going to show you on the vehicle B is the back. In the back of this, you get plenty of space for cargo. One of the accessories we put here in this vehicle was a cargo tray. The reason behind the cargo trays, 4 or 5 years down the road when you go to trade it in, you see how new the carpet looks on the back right now? It's going to look that same way. If you spill anything on this, you can just take it right out and use a hose and wipe down. Spare tire in the back. It's not a donut, it's not a full size, it's somewhere in between. It's actually going to ride a lot better than those tiny little donuts they had before. You have your jack, all your tools right back in here. On the previous model CRVs, they'd have the spare tire right on the back tailgate, and if you got into an accident, it cost a lot more money to repair. You'll notice the back door in this vehicle is going to open at almost a 90-degree angle. Reason being is that you were taking a shelf or something in there and you wanted to put it right here in the back seat. You don't have to angle it and try to get it in that way. It makes it much easier now. You're going to get plenty of room on the back seat with these vehicles. You have an armrest that folds down. There's a couple cup holders right here. Space underneath it so you can put some stuff under it. Back seat, I'm about 6'1". I can fit in here just fine. There's plenty of room here in the back. We've got tinted windows back here. The seating arrangement's a little bit different now than it used to be. What you can do is basically fold one side down, leave the middle one up, and the other side up. Or you can fold the other side down and just leave the middle one up, having somebody sit right there in the middle. Now if you want to, they all fold right down just for a little bit more cargo space. And the pretty cool thing about this is you see this little string right here? You pull this up and this whole thing folds straight up right there. That way you're going to get a little bit more space if you're taking anything large in the back. Now you can either do that one side, it's a 60-40 split right there, or you can move that whole other side up, or both depending on what you're putting in the back. One of the neatest things about this vehicle is probably the front of it, on all the equipment that it has now. With this one, it's going to come standard with the cruise control. It's going to come standard with the vehicle stability assistance. That's like an advanced cruise control system, or traction control system. Keeps you going around the corners. Hopefully it will keep you from flipping the vehicle over too. It's one of the most advanced systems out, and I think it's probably going to be mandated in the next 3 or 4 years on all SUVs or larger vehicles. As far as safety equipment, Honda is big on that. It's got front airbags. It has an airbag in the side of each one of the front seats, and it also has something called side curtain airbags. What those will do is they go down over the side windows right here on the front and the rear seats in case of a rollover or a side collision. That way your head's not going to hit the glass. You're going to get the CD player. This has MP3 capability. What that means is instead of burning a CD, you can save hundreds of songs on one CD, and it will actually recognize that, which a lot of the previous ones didn't do. Another cool thing is the auxiliary input jack. Right there you can plug in your iPod MP3 player, and you can listen to all your music right over the radio. The cable costs about $15 at Best Buy, well worth it. The middle console right here, this actually folds down so you have a place to put purse, anything right here in the middle. You have a power outlet down here in the bottom and a little bit more storage. Up here you have a place to put envelopes, insurance card, and you also have the glove box down here. Now one of the neatest things, I kind of saved this one for last. Well, first I'll show you power windows, power door locks. Up here, I'm going to try to zoom in for you so you can see it. See that little picture of the car right there? When you open your door, it's going to tell you if one of the doors is open, and it's going to tell you actually which one. Now, you're going to have your fuel meter down here, temperature, trip meter A, your odometer, and your instant miles per gallon, so you can tell exactly what you're getting for gas mileage. Now the cool thing with this is you click this little button over here. Right there it's going to tell you your average miles per gallon. Right now it's 9.2, which is horrible, but that's just going around the parking lot and sitting at a stop. It will show you the range, 78 miles till you have to refill your gas tank. And it actually gives you a couple of grace miles just because a lot of people try to test it all the way down to 0 and keep going. Now if you reset trip meter A, it resets your average miles per gallon. You can still go to trip meter B and have a totally separate miles per gallon for that one trip meter. It will show you your oil life percentage left. What that will do, basically it's depending on how you drive, the area that you're in, whether you're stop and go, heavy foot, light foot. You might need 4,000 miles for an oil change, you might need 6 or 7, just depending on your driving habits. That's the one good thing with Honda. It costs a little bit more to do your oil change with Honda, but it's well worth it just because they're going to reset the computer system for you, and you might get a little bit more life out of your oil change instead of doing it every 3,000 miles. Gas mileage on the vehicle, great. You get 20 miles city, 27 miles highway. What I'm going to be doing now is sending you a price quote on this vehicle. I just needed to know what color you were looking for and exactly what options you were looking for so I can make sure that I send you the price on the right vehicle. If you could, give me a call or send me an email. Once again, my name is Justin, Rusty Wallace Honda. Look forward to talking to you soon.